Okay, so I got the henna on. What I did this time, and I asked God to help me, was, lead me to better ideas, is that I did the top, and then I started working at the top of the back, and I pulled it forward, 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 forward. So, this time, when I'm sleeping, I'm not going to be sleeping on a knot of hair, because that has given me bad headaches in the past. So... now I just need to wrap it, which you may find entertaining. I made an absolute mess, but that's okay. It's my beauty process. So, alrighty. So, whoops. Okay, sorry about that. So, I need something heavy to put your base there. Okay, I think that'll work. So, I have my shower caps. I have my plastic wrap. I have my gloves. Now, to me, the henna is a smidge dry. So this is not recommended to add anything to the henna because it can interfere with it. But I have some rose water I bought at the halal market a while back. So it smells very nice. And I like the kind of stuff that, I don't have to worry about the cats or me. Yeah, I could get it in my mouth. People cook with this stuff. Well, not that, but, And it worked also putting the lotion on my arms. I didn't get marked up, at least as far as I know. I don't have my glasses on. I did make a mess, but this will clean up. And once I get my hair wrapped. So here goes nothing. Now what I found is easy. Now I'm going to get the scissors. See, I told you I asked God for help, and you'll see why this works in a minute. So, because the problem areas were the area around my face, and then in the back where at the roots, it was coming out. Now I don't know about other people, but for me, the back of my hair is still, a nice medium brown, but the front was just coming in straight white, which is why I started doing this. So what I like to do when I'm sleeping on it, okay, it is stuck. Oh, there it is, okay. I can feel it, it's stuck. It's not coming off evenly. Okay, but this is my henna plastic wrap. I don't use it for anything else, so it can get a little messy. So what I'm going to do, since I'm doing multiple layers here, is this is going to be the first layer. See how easy that is? And then I'm going to smush it down. I'm going to put a shower cap. Now I want all of it to stay moist because the moisture is what I need. And there's nothing more aggravating than having henna in my ear canal stuck. So you notice I pulled my ears out. Okay. And then I can get a Q-tip if I need to. So I'm going to do it again. So, oops. Okay. And I was kidding around with my bus drivers tonight, and they said two very interesting things to me because I asked them a couple questions. I said, one, does it seem to you that people are more disrespectful? And they said yes. And I asked, are more people cutting you off? And they said yes, quite a few. Which is stupid because it's at least a 30, 40-foot bus. And, okay, that is not a really tight wrap, but I don't want it too tight because that can cause a headache too. So, but I said, you know, it's probably a good thing I'm single, because who wants to wake up to this? Good morning. You know, ooh, no, that is not. That would not be my idea of a good time, but you know, I guess it depends on who you marry. Okay. Now this, I'm gonna try it this way. All right, I'm gonna do 3 layers just to be safe. And I have an old pillow on the bed already, so that's layer 2. This one will start in the front. Okay. And I can tell I gotta pull my ear out again. Okay, see? The ears are getting trapped. Okay. Yeah, I don't like my ears trapped. Okay. Alright. Okay, there we go. Okay. Alright, that should be good. Okay, now, gotta get that ear out. Okay, so this is gonna be the last shower cap. So, and I have an extra shower cap. Now I just get the cheap, you know, $24 ones. You can get them at the dollar store. You can get them at Walmart. You can get them at a beauty supply. Probably not gonna be $1, but there'll be more, but. Okay, and I like that it's wrapped down lower in the back. Part 1 indicator of fetal alcohol syndrome is actually a very low hairline in the back. So, along with a bent, crooked little finger, which I have. Alrighty. Okay, so that is done. Okay. And over the top. And down. One more time. I don't need to. Well, I want it somewhere between hazmat level and leftovers, I guess. So I want it somewhat tight, but not too tight. Now, important step. You want to save this end because I hate it when it gets stuck back on the bowl. So I have it's weird because in some ways I'm not very organized, other ways I am. If it's like for a single thing, like doing a henna, I'm pretty organized. So I have a box and I have the shower caps. I don't need that in there. And I have my rubber gloves. And I'm going to put the scissors in there too. My brush. I like to use this to brush out my hair after I wash it because I don't want to get redistribute any oil back in my hair. My face looks okay, so I don't need this. And the spoon. I need to rinse off the spoon. And henna tends to bind to like organic materials. So as a rule, I don't have any problems with it staining my sink. But it's a good idea to get that sink rinsed down as soon as you can. And then when I rinse it out in the morning, I'm probably going to do a vinegar rinse. Now this is not straight vinegar. This is the leftovers of the tea and vinegar I used. I had about a half a cup of vinegar. And I put it on the henna, but I had a little bit left over. A mixture of tea and henna. I mean, tea and vinegar. So I put that, I saved it, and then I added just plain tap water to it, and I got this. And I think that would make a good rinse when I get the henna out tomorrow morning. Now, I do not shampoo for 2 days. So I'm not going to shampoo Sunday morning. I'm not going to shampoo Monday morning. I am going to shampoo Tuesday morning. And the henna does dry out the oil production a fair amount. Quite a bit if I use the lemon juice, but the lemon juice makes me more orange. So what I'm going to do is just use a co-wash, as they call it. Like, I have a couple of things. I like this, and I like this. This is just a Dollar Tree rosemary mint conditioner, and this is a leftover fructus conditioner. That does a good job, and it doesn't mess up the henna. Now, I have read that I shouldn't like oil my hair for, until I wash it. So I'm not going to use any of my castor oil or anything. But it can be used after a couple days. And then, probably on my day off, I got this. I think it's a variation of that old clay mud mask that you made and you put on your face. Because it's just basically some dried flowers mixed with clay. And then I moisten it. I'm going to see if I can put some yogurt in there. I think that would have a nice alpha hydroxy thing going. So that is it. The henna is on. And I'll wash it out when I get it. And, oops, I can't use any hair products either, so I'm going to put that away. I think it looks much better. I mean, it's not perfect, but I got all the henna off. So yeah, I don't want to forget and put the hair stuff on. So, actually, I'm going to put it in the henna box. I love this stuff, by the way. Oh, this. Very good stuff. Alright. So, there we go. And I'm going to go eat a snack and take my migraine herbs. That is it.